Welcome, learners, to Mastering IELTS, your path to success, the ultimate video series designed to help you conquer the international English language testing system, aka IELTS. I'm your guide and instructor, Oliver, and today we are back on a journey that equips you with the skills and confidence to ace the IELTS exam. In this video, we'll delve deep into the intricate of the IELTS exam, demystify the challenging aspect, and provide you with a comprehensive understanding of the test structure, strategy, and essential vocabulary. First thing first, we'll begin by expanding your vocabulary. Relish is a noun with meaning great enjoyment. She swigged a mouthful of wine with relish. Covet, yearn to possess or have something. He covets time for exercise and fishing. Enliven means to make something more entertaining, interesting, or appealing. The wartime routine was enlivened by a series of concerts. Arbiter means a person who settles a dispute or has ultimate authority in a matter. The military acted as arbiter of conflicts between political groups. Redolent means strongly smelling of. For example, the church was all dark and redolent of incense. Tactile is something mean related, connected with the sense of touch. Vocal and visual signals become less important as tactile signals intensify. Reconciliation means the restoration of friendly relations. His reconciliation with your uncle. The colonel was seeking a reconciliation with his wife. Part 1. Reading Passage 1. Relish the flavor. How the brain perceives flavor. Pause the video and quickly scan the passage. I recommend that you should spend no more than 2 minutes. The first question is find the correct letter A to H in box from 1 to 5 on the answer sheet. To fill in these boxes, which paragraph contains the following information? So it basically asks us to find the paragraph that contain each of these information. So the first information is the process of the new food flavor is agreed on. So the keyword here is the new food. You have to quickly scan the passage. This passage is really hard, I would say, really, because it's so long. It contains a lot of information. It's really confusing it. But with the right strategy, you can do it really perfectly. So remember, the keyword here is new food. We will find the word that has the same meaning. You have to scroll pretty far down to find it. It's really hard. It contains really long. Acceptability is measured using panels of expert and consumer tester in a process called sensory analysis. No, this is where consumer testers simulate whether they like it, the process. So, the first information is the process of the new food flavor agrees on. So, let me paraphrase it for you to easily understand. The new food, they develop new food. Big company develop new food. So to introduce that flavor to consumer, they have to be through a process in which everyone from scientists and consumer, not normal consumer tester, to have to agree on, so they can be used in product to sell. As you can see here, the process an iterative one with several rounds of refinement between tester and flavorist until the product is deemed to have an acceptable taste. So the answer here is E. The reason for some natural preferences. The keyword here is natural preferences. Right here, innate. It has the same meaning with natural. It's a kind of synonym. So we will read the whole passage to define it. Really, is this paragraph contains that information? Sometimes it has the same, has the same keyword, has the same meaning, similar meaning, but it not contains that information. So we have to make sure. So the mouth is a portal of entry to the gut, and taste is the final arbiter. In it, aversions to sour and bitter substances, caffeine, nicotine, cyanide, for example, and a liking for sweet, salty ones, reflect the wise choice that humanity ancestors made in hostile environment. Beyond the protective and nutritional reflexes, however, taste preferences are largely a matter of culture and learning. The taste system is reasonably compliant, say Tom Scott, a neurophysiologist and dean of science at San Diego State University in California. Culture are kept distinct by cuisine, and cuisine are distinct by tips. Pretty long, but to sum up, it's like all ancestors make like sweet and dislike sour and bitter because that to adapt to hostile environment, something like that, and that kind of taste preference is merely a matter of culture and learning. Pretty long and hard, I would say really hard, this kind of passage. I really don't understand why they do this. The reason why flavor has not been researched in depth in the past. So the keyword here is research in deep in the past, not being researched deep. So they don't research in depth because because it is hard, At first, isolating and identifying gustatory ingredient prove extremely hard. Not only analytical method rudimentary, but the substances responsible for taste are present in minuscule amounts, even in concentrate food such as crushed raspberry. So, because it's so really hard to do, and the method is rudimentary. It means that the method is really outdated and kind of simple, so they cannot identify the substance responsible for the taste. And because another reason is it present in small amount even in concentrated foods, that's the reason that it had not been researched in depth in the past. So the answer is C. Really hard, I have to say this. The explanation of lack of consistency in sensory analyzing data. Keyword here is sensory analyzing data. This one I think is pretty easy. Let me see. Right here, sensory analysis. Lack of consistencies. Right here, why humans provide the most sensitive testing instrument, they are not reliable. People born with different sensitive receptor and different way of interpreting them. This sentence literally mean that even though human is very sensitive to taste, but they are not reliable. What is not reliable meaning? They are not consistency in the result, the analyzing process, because each person is equipped with different receptor for testing, a different way of interpreting them. No, not a single person is the same as other person. Everyone is different. Everyone, each of them, So that's the explanation of lack of consistency in sensory analyzing data. The answer is E. The wider benefit to the knowledge of researching flavor. So this information, to sum up this information, is benefit of researching flavor. Keyword here is benefit. After finding the keyword, you quickly scan the passage to find which word has the same similar meaning. And after that, you will read the paragraph to define whether is that paragraph really the right answer. So it said right here, the discovery of taste receptor opened the way to mimicking, enhancing, blocking them for various desired effects. So Design effects is mean benefits. It has the same, it is synonym to benefit. Design effect. So the research into taste receptor allow to mimicking, enhancing, or blocking them. That is benefit, That is a benefit of taste discovering of taste receptor. So the answer here is B. Next, true, false, not given type question. This information is false because you can see in the passage it says that taste sometimes they can be experienced in mouth, but flavor you can experience it by your nose, because if you pinch your nose and you eat like a strawberry cake, you will taste it sweet, but you don't taste the strawberry flavor. So only flavor can only experience in nose. This information is false because it says that only in mouth. Some elements in flavor involve neither taste or smell. This information is true because, as you can see right here, it says that texture, a particular conundrum. Do you know the word meaning of the word conundrum? Conundrum means something really hard to understand, in hard situation. Look up right here. A confusing or difficult problem or question. It contributes substantially to the pleasure of eating, yet very little is known about it. Why is rubbery squid enjoyable and rubbery toast not? What does succulent mean? So it said that texture also a factor contribute to the pleasure of eating. It's not only just smell or taste, so that is true. Ice cream manufacturers are at the forefront of the research on flavor. This information is not given. It just says that it said nothing, it's not given, so it's not given. No matter how hard you find, you won't find information about that. It is possible to accurately match the brain activity to the experience of flavor. So, see what is brain activity to the experience of flavor. To get a person to eat something and see what part of their brain light up. It says that brain activity, the brain light up, experience of eating something, pretty much you can see. But the technologies are not yet sensitive enough, nor other way of analyzing the data is meaningful enough for the method to be useful in study of flavor. the alternative approach, say blah blah blah, would be to focus on specific genes in animals and alter them to track the pathway that the brain uses in integrating signal from the receptors. So it's not possible, I would say, because the technology are not yet sensitive, or the way of analyzing the data is not meaningful enough. False. Research is being done to the controlling experience of test. True. They try to control the experience of test to, for example, mimicking the flavor to create artificial flavor for cheaper price in bulk, in industrial scale, or inhibit some unpleasant taste. For example, when you take a pill and you no longer feel the bitter of it, that is really will benefit the consumer, the pharmacy company. The next is matching between the person with their opinion. Matching brain activity and food input. Oh, we just did this few minutes ago. Say, so the who trying to, let's see. Dr. Blake is the one who tried to matching the brain activity and food input. So we will find Dr. Blake, but we have no Dr. Blake here, so we have to do that again. Maybe that person have another name. Dynamic of flavor release, the appearance and disappear in a flavor system. So the real name of Dr. Blake is Femenich. Answer D. Femenich. How am I know that? You have to read it. Femenich has adopted the technology in its search for better ways of delivering flavor. The approach will stimulate a great deal of interest, even though the result tend to be unique to the person tested. Psychological study of flavor are conducted using animals which have robust taste receptors. In human technology such as functional magnetic resonance imaging and position emission photography currently being applied to problems as diverse as working memory and love sickness, can reveal patterns of electrical activity squishing around the brain in real time, say Dr. Blake. See, Dr. Blake is Finnish. Use genetic modification to track flavor signal. Who does that? Is Monel Dr. Belcham? How do I know? Because he says that he focused on specific genes. Genetic modification because we have alter. So he altered them to track the pathway. What is them? Them is genes. So he altered the gene, which it means genetic modification to track flavor signals. That question really confusing. We'll have leave that for later on because to save time, and we'll come back when we have time. That's the strategy when you come across a really difficult question, challenging question. Mastering texture, quality of food and sensation. So texture quality right here, texture. So who do that is Givadan, not really Givadan, director of flavor excellence at Givadan. So the answer is A. Identify element in certain smells. This one is easy. Smells. You have to do something with the nose. Some researcher at University of Nottingham, also in Britain. Answer is C. The answer here is Chemical Sciences Institute. Because it is. See you next time, and hope you find the video useful. Thank you for watching.